Hello everyone. Today I'll be flying from Mumbai to Keflavik in Iceland on PMDG Boeing 777 with the new Air India livery. This new livery is yet to be installed on Boeing 777 aircrafts. Okay, first thing first, we're gonna switch on the ADIRU and we'll put the emergency lights also in the arm position, and we'll switch on the voice recorder. Next, we'll check the engine oil quantity, and after that we'll go on status. We'll check the hydraulic quantity. The AP has already been running. We'll check the crew oxygen pressure, and we'll check any status messages related to any systems that we need to tell the engineer about.
Echo 0408 Zulu. Wind calm. Mist. Few clouds at 2500. Ceiling 9000 broken. Temperature 28. Dew point 25. QNH 1005. Landing and departing runway 27. Transition level 050. Advise on initial contact, you have information Echo.
Okay, so
Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport information Echo.
Okay, so we have the ATIS. The winds are calm, temperature 28, QNH 1005. So I'm gonna set 1005. Okay, QNH is set and on the standby altimeter as well. Okay, QNH is set 1005 and departure runway will be 27. And it is saying enter inertial position, so we'll cancel this position in it. Mumbai is VABB, GPS position. And what actually you do is you can cross check your position from the coordinates that are here at your parking stand. And once you verify this, then you can just put your position here. So the position has been set. So let's start with addon. The first page that you check is addon. You check the airplane model, you check the engine rating, you check the nav data should be correct. It's not correct here right now. And here from the flight plan you check your fuel performance. It should match from your flight plan. So next we go into the position unit page. We have already set up the position. So this is page 1 of 3. So we'll go on page 2 and page 3. And on page 3 we'll verify that the GPS nav is on. Now again we'll go on page 1. We have a route prompt, so we'll click on this. So now since I have uploaded my flight plan on SimBrief, so I'll just send the route request. So SimBrief route VABB BIKF, which is Mumbai to Keflavik, and I will set the payload also, set the fuel, and I'll select the route. It says route requesting, so we'll wait. And we have route 1 uplink ready, so I'm gonna go on load. It says route 1 uplink loading, so we'll wait until the route uploads. So by the time what I can do is I can just go on and ask for departure clearance. So the departure frequency in Mumbai will be 121.85. Okay, 121.85 is set. VHF left. Mic is also selected. Speakers is on. So let's take the departure clearance from BeyondAtc. Mumbai delivery, Air India 1 Heavy. Good morning. Destination Keflavik, request departure clearance information echo.
India 1 Heavy Mumbai delivery. Thanks for Echo, expect runway 27. Rock 2 Alpha departure with the Sakun transition. Squawk 1611. Show India 1 Heavy. Reads are correct. Contact ground 121.9 when ready for push or start.
Contact ground 121.9 for pushback and startup Air India 1 Heavy. So perfinite data accept. So 0 fuel weight that I had was 208.9. So I'm gonna put 208.9. And this is actually not the correct time to put the 0 fuel weight. This, in the actual airplane, you fill in when you get the load and trim sheet, either a manual load and trim sheet or via the company on company messages here on COM. On company messages you get the load and trim sheet here, so you can verify and check from here. Cruise altitude is initial is 320, cost index and cruise CG I'll put 30. Thrust limit I'm gonna just put in the data in a bit. Takeoff, just verify reference speeds are on. Page 2, I'm gonna select engine out of 1000, acceleration of 1000 and thrust reduction of 1000. And then we go over the VNAV page, we'll check the transition altitude is correct. And fixed page, brow is the VOR. So I'll just make a 25 nautical mile circle for situational awareness. Here you can see on the navigation display for the minimum safe clearance. Then we go on the nav radio page. We don't tune it, it's auto-tuned, and we just check 116.6, which is the Mumbai VR frequency is tuned, auto-tuned on both sides, so that's good. So next thing that we need to do is the takeoff performance. Okay, and import from aircraft. Okay, flaps will be optimum, rating will be optimum, anti-ice will be off, air conditioning will be auto, and I'm going to import the weather as well. Winds calm, temperature 28, QNH 1005, and calculate. Okay, so it's giving us acceleration of 1500, flaps 5, N1 97.1, takeoff 1, which is D-rate 1, cell temp of 36, trim and V1 173, VR 178, V2 183. Okay, so I'll have to change the acceleration also. So takeoff reference page 2, it says acceleration 1500, so I'm gonna put 1500 here. So my engine out acceleration will be 1000 in case I lose my engine after takeoff. My thrust will reduce at 1000 feet to climb thrust, and I'll accelerate at 1500 and then retract my flaps. Okay, and TO1, so rating is TO1 and temperature of 36. So we'll go on the thrust limit page. So it says TO1, so I'm gonna select TO1, and then I'll put the temperature of 36. So it's giving me a N1 of 97.1, and I'll verify from here 97.1. It's cross-checked, it matches on the FMC. And next will be flaps 5. So I'm gonna take off page, flaps will be 5. CG is here 26.68, so I'm gonna put 27. 27 is here, we have got a trim of 5.25, and speeds 173, 178, 183. So it's already giving me that speed, so I'm gonna just press here once, 173, once, 178, and here 183. So everything is set up. FMC legs page for departure on the pilot monitoring side. I am the pilot flying, so I'll keep the takeoff reference page here. Okay, the FMC setup has been completed. So the next thing that I need to do is do the pre-flight procedure, which includes the scan of the overhead panel and the rest of the aircraft instruments. So this is Mumbai airport with lots of traffic. Here we have Cathay 747 and Emirates 777 cargo also parked. And here we have Air Mauritius 330. Okay, so now we'll do the scan of the overhead panel. So on Boeing,
All aircraft be advised information Foxtrot now current. QNH 1005.
okay, QNH 1005 is already checked and set. Okay, so the philosophy to scan the overhead panel in Boeing is from top to bottom and left to right. So we scan from top all the way to the bottom, and then on the right side we do the same, top, bottom, then we move on to the right side, top, bottom, and then from top to the bottom. So in 777 we actually don't have to push or set many switches as compared to 737. Okay, so this panel is checked and this is also checked. I'm gonna check if refueling has been completed. Yes, refueling is completed, 101.5 tons of fuel. So I'm gonna put the seat belts on. And here also everything looks good, and on this panel everything looks good. Now we'll come to the MCP. So first I'm gonna set up all the things that the first officer does. So we'll put the FD on, and I'll select the VOR on, airport here, QNH is already set, and on the right side the FO checks the oxygen, and then we'll check the clock, we'll check the PFD annunciation. It should at this time show flight directed Toga Toga, and you can see we have set up the takeoff speed, so it's showing V1 of 173. Next, auto brake selected to RTO, VHF 121.85 delivery, and I'll put the ground frequency, which is 121.9. I'll put it on active, and tower frequency will be, I think, 118.1. Is set. VHF center, VHF right, flight. These are the switches that actually keep on. And weather, I'm gonna check on auto. Weather plus turbulence should be selected. VHF center should be on data. FMC here is checked, and on the right side you'll put 1 to 1.5 on standby. So I'm gonna put 1 to 1.5, VHF left, center right, flight, and the speaker. And this will be above it will show traffic above us, and squawk we got was 1611, so it's 1611 is set, and it should be on standby, and everything here looks good. Okay, now I'll do the scan for the captain side. So we are to be on, airport selected, oxygen also is tested, standby altimeter is checked, and the V2 is 183, so I'm gonna set 183. I'm gonna arm the LNAV and VNAV since we have set up the FMC. Runway heading I'm gonna just cross check. Okay, so the runway heading for runway 27 is 270. So I'm gonna put 270 here. .270 is set. So the frequency 1219 is already set up. So I'm gonna ask for a push and start. Mumbai ground, Air India 1 heavy, parked Victor 19, request pushback.
Air India 1 heavy, Mumbai ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Pushback and engine start approved, face east, Air India 1 heavy. Okay, so pushback has been approved. Position will be east, so it will be facing towards the right side. So I'm going to plan my pushback now.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and the ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brakes set. Lifting the aircraft.
We'll start with the before start procedure. So we start from the hydraulic panel, and the first switch that we move here is the right electric. So we'll put it to auto. We'll wait till the fault light extinguished. Now we'll do the rest of the procedure. Just verify the seat belts are on. Fuel pumps on. Oil pumps on. Beacon on. And here we'll just press recall and check that we should have only these two messages right now. So these are engine shutdown, TCAS off, so everything is fine now. And the transponder to XPDR. Okay, we can start the engines, but before that we need to do the before start checklist. So checklist, before start checklist, flight deck door is closed and locked, MCP V2 183 heading 270, altitude 10,000. Takeoff speeds V1 173, VR 178, V2 183. CDO pre-flight completed. Trim is 5.25, so I need to set 5.25. Okay, 5.25 set, and we need to check here as well. 0 and 0.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Before start checklist complete.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
And now we'll start the engines. So we'll press on the
Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
engine page.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a safe flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, let's start the engines now. So the procedure for engine start is just verify auto start is on. We'll start the right engine first. So start, put the fuel control switch to run, and then we can verify the starting of the engine. So N2 is running, oil pressure is rising, which is good. So now at about 34-35 you can see the fuel flow. Fuel flow is increasing now. EGT is also rising. N1 is also rising. And right engine is stable. Starting left engine. Start. And as this red line extinguishes, that means the engine is stable. The line has been extinguished, so the engine is stable. Now we can do the before taxi procedure. So APU off. We'll verify recall. TCAS off, which is fine, and we'll set the flaps to 5. Okay, flaps are set, and we'll do the flight control check. So flight controls, elevators full forward and neutral, full aft, neutral, ailerons full left, neutral, and full right. You can check the ailerons here as well. Neutral. And the rudders, full right, neutral, full left, neutral. Okay, before taxi checklist, anti-ice is auto. Recall is checked. TCAS off. Flight control check. Ground equipment. Let's see. Ground equipment is clear. Before taxi checklist complete. So we'll request for taxi. Mumbai ground, Air India 1 heavy, request taxi.
Air India 1 Heavy, runway 27 taxi via hotel. Mike 5, Mike 4, November 1.
Taxi, hotel, Mike 5, Mike 4, November 1, runway 27, Air India 1 Heavy.
Negative, taxi via hotel, Mike 5, Mike 4, November 1.
Taxi, hotel, Mike 5, Mike 4, November 1, Air India 1 Heavy. I think that's what I said previously. My voice. Okay, so we are parked Victor 19. So we have to taxi hotel here, then Mike 5, then left on Mike, then right on Mike 4, then left on November 1 to holding point runway 27. Okay, so let's go. Start taxi, lights on. So runway turn off and taxi light on. Okay, so approaching Mike 5, so I have to take a right on Mike 5. And we are waiting for cabin ready as well. Disregard the car. Okay, now left on mic, right is clear. Let's turn left. And now left.
Air India 1 Heavy. Contact Mumbai Tower 118.1.
Contact Mumbai Tower 118.1, Air India 1 Heavy. Good day.
Negative, tower on 118.1.
Tower 118.1. Okay, we are approaching the runway, so I'm gonna just hold short of runway and then contact tower. Okay, top frequency is 118.1 and departure will be 127.9, which I will set on standby. Mumbai Tower, Air India 1 Heavy, ready for departure, runway 27.
Air India 1 Heavy Mumbai Tower, wind calm, runway 27, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 27, Air India 1 Heavy. Okay, so we have been cleared for takeoff, so we'll enter the runway and the procedures. We'll switch on the landing lights, strobes, and terrain on the left side, weather on the right side, and TARA, and we'll open up the checklist.
All aircraft be advised, information Gulf now current, QNH 1005.
Okay, takeoff clearance has been obtained and the checklist is complete. Let's go. Elapsed time run. Thrust minimum 55% first before pressing the toga switch. Stabilized, toga, thrust F, toga, toga.
Airspeed's alive.
Checked.
Rotating. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. LAV.
Air India 1 Heavy, contact Mumbai, departure 127.9.
Contact departure 127.9, Air India 1 Heavy, good day. Okay, autopilot engage, thrust F, LAV, VNAV
Negative
speed.
Mumbai departure on 127.9.
Mumbai departure 127.9, Air India 1. Okay, 127.9 is checked. And speed is checked, we are accelerating, flaps 1. Mumbai departure, Air India 1 heavy, good morning, climbing, passing 2000, Rexet 2 Alpha departure. Speed check, flaps up.
Air India 1 heavy, Mumbai departure identified, climb to flight level 160.
Climb flight level 160, Air India 1 heavy. Okay, 160, flight level 160 set. And flaps are up, after takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly here, then in between like this I'm gonna go. So I'll request a right heading of 300, let's see. Mumbai departure, Air India 1 heavy, request heading 300 to avoid weather.
Air India 1 heavy, request not understood.
Mumbai departure, Air India 1 heavy, request heading 300.
Air India 1 heavy, request not understood.
Okay, request not understood, so I don't think I'll be able to do this. So now the airplane will try to level off, at 100 because there's a restriction over Rexet and at flight level 100 below. So, and that's why it has stopped the climb. So what I'll do is I'll just press this, altitude selected. So now you can see thrust drive VNAV speed. Now the airplane will climb to flight level 160. Okay, climb page on my side. $10,000 feet. So 10,000 feet. I'm gonna keep the seat belts on. Rest everything will go off, and weather on the left side also.
Air India 1 heavy, contact Mumbai control 132.7.
Contact Mumbai control 132.7, Air India 1 heavy, good day. Okay, 132.7. Mumbai control, Air India 1 heavy, good morning, climbing passing flight level 146, climbing flight level 160, heading 300.
Air India 1 heavy, Mumbai control identified, climb to flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, Air India 1 heavy, thank you. Okay, flight level 320 is set and checked on the PFD. And I'll turn left.
Air India 1 heavy, you're off course. Cleared direct sequence. Resume own navigation.
Okay, let's see if we can proceed direct to Sakun now. So to check that, I'm gonna go on legs. Sakun, I will select it twice. And yes, direct route to Sakun will keep me clear of this weather. So I'm gonna execute it. And since I'm flying on heading select, so I will press LNAV, and LNAV is engaged. And since we are clear of the weather, so I'm going to put the seat belts to auto.
1 Heavy, contact Doha radar 126.7.
Contact Doha radar 126.7, Air India 1 Heavy. Doha radar, Air India 1 Heavy. Good morning, flight level 320.
Air India 1 Heavy, Doha radar, radar contact.
Reykjavik Control, Air India 1 Heavy, good afternoon, flight level 360.
Air India 1 Heavy, Reykjavik Control, radar contact.
We are close to a top of descent and we are flying in the Iceland airspace in the board FAR. So it's time to get the latest weather, ask for descent and set up the FMC for the approach with beautiful views of Iceland. Reykjavik Control, Air India 1 Heavy, ready for descent.
Air India 1 Heavy, say altitude.
Air India 1 Heavy, flight level 360, ready for descent.
Air India 1 Heavy, Reykjavik Control identified. Air India 1 Heavy, Reykjavik Control, expect NASB 4 November, runway 01.
Expect NASB for November, runway 01. Air India 1 Heavy. Okay, we have been cleared NASB.
Air India 1 Heavy, NASB 4 November, runway 01. Report ready for descent.
Air India 1 Heavy, ready for descent.
Air India 1 Heavy, descend to flight level 130.
Descent flight level 130, Air India 1 Heavy. Okay, flight level 130 is set. And let's start a descent. We have been cleared NASB for November. So we'll go on the departure arrival page. And we have BIKF arrival ILS Zulu 01 and NASB for November. So from NASB I'll paste it on the top and execute. So star is NASB for November, but here it says NASB 5 number. I don't know why. I'll just check my routing. My routing is NASB, then it's ABEXI, above flight level 100, below flight level 130, then Kilo Foxtrot 384 is below flight level 110, Kilo Foxtrot 385 above 7000, Kopum is below 7000 checked, and then Dexon max 230 knots is checked, above 3500 is checked. And for the approach, ILS approach runway 01, frequency on the nav radio page is 111.3 with course 012 is cross checked. Final approach point is at Sewell at 1800, so which is cross checked here on the FMC. Minimums is 335, so I need to set that. So minimums 335 is set. MSA is with respect to the aerodrome reference point 4000. Final speed minimum 160 until India Kilo November. Until 4 DME. Checked. DME required, glide slope visible within plus minus 4 degrees of course line only. Okay. So Suvel is at 1800, which is here. Is checked. Glide angle is 3 degrees, which is cross-checked here on the FMC. And missed approach is climb on course 012 to 3000. 012 to 3000 is checked. Expect vectoring by KEFLAVIK approach. Descent checklist recall checked. Notes, no notes checked. Auto brakes 3. Line data VREF flaps 30 137 and minimums is 335. Approach briefing completed. Descent checklist complete, and I'll switch on the seat belts for landing as well. Speed alarm been evolved. I'm waiting for the descent, which probably the ATC will give once we cross. It says 130 below. The ATC should be, I think, probably be giving us descent clearance.
Air India 1 and heavy, descend to 7,000 feet, QNH 1016.
Descent 7,000 feet, QNH 1016, Air India 1 heavy. Okay, down to 7,000. 7,000 set. Idle VNAV speed. QNH 1016. And I will set on the standby altimeter as well. 1016. Looks good.
Air India 1 heavy, contact KEFLAVIK approach 119.3.
KEFLAVIK approach 119.3, Air India 1 heavy. Good day. Uh, 119.3. KEFLAVIK approach, Air India 1 heavy, descending passing flight level 124, descending 7,000.
Air India 1 heavy, KEFLAVIK approach, QNH 1016, expect the ILS Zulu runway 01 with the Dixon transition.
Air India 1 heavy, QNH 1016, expect ILS Zulu approach runway 01 with Texon transition.
Air India 1 heavy, descend to 6,000 feet.
Descend 6,000 feet, Air India 1 heavy. Okay, 6,000 feet set and expect the ILS Zulu via the Dixon transition. So ILS Zulu we have, and via Dixon transition.
Air India 1 heavy, descend to 3,500 feet.
Descend 3,500 feet, Air India 1 heavy. 3,500 set.
Air India 1 heavy, cleared direct Dixon, cross Dixon at or above 3,500 feet, cleared ILS Zulu runway 01.
Cleared direct Dixon and cross Dixon 3,500 feet above, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 01, Air India 1 heavy. Okay, we are already proceeding to Dixon and we need to maintain 3,500 or above at Dixon, then we are cleared for the ILS Zulu approach runway 01. Cabin is ready and approach checklist. Altimeter is 1016, descending passing 6,000, cross check both sides. Approach checklist complete. and I'll reduce my speed. Let's extend to flaps 1. Speed checked. Flaps 1. And you can see the slats coming out. And I'll reduce to flaps 1 speed. Flaps 1 speed set. So the ATC has set us 3500 above Texan, then we are cleared for the ILS approach. So it says at Kilo Foxtrot 101, it says 2500 above. Discontinuity, heading select, and I'll proceed direct towards Kilo Foxtrot 101, and it says 2500 above, so I'm gonna set 2500. Flight level change. Discontinuity checked. Thrust, heading select, flight level change speed. And flaps 5, speed checked. Flaps 5 speed set. I'll just extend the center line. Final approach course is 012. Here we have the
Air India 1 Heavy, contact KEFLAVIK Tower 118.3.
contact tower 118.3, Air India 1 Heavy, good day. 118.3 KEFLAVIK Tower, Air India 1 Heavy, good afternoon. Established localizer runway 01.
Air India 1 Heavy, KEFLAVIK Tower, wind 040 at 20, runway 01, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 01, Air India 1 Heavy. Okay, clear to land. And flaps 25. It says to maintain 160 till 4 ILS DME. And flaps 30. Approaching 4 DME. I'll set the V approach, which will be 141. V approach set, checklist open, and we glide slope captured, so missed approach is 3000. Missed approach altitude set. Line checklist complete. Let's go and land.
Approaching minimums.
Checked.
Minimums.
Visual. Continue. I am on
100.
flight. Okay, slightly to the right.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Touchdown. KEFLAVIK ground, Air India 1 Heavy, request taxi instructions.
Taxi via Kilo 1, Echo 4, November 4, November 14.
Taxi Kilo 1 Echo 4 November 4 November 14, Air India 1. Which is lights off, terrain off. weather off, auto brakes off and all flaps up, and transponder to
All aircraft be advised information, Papa now current QNH 1016.
okay, gate 71 is identified. Taxi a bit further as well. And this looks good. Okay, so APU is running. Parking brake is set. I'll shut down both the engines. Okay, now the before the shutdown procedure. So we'll start from here. Off, fuel pumps off, beacon off, and the FD's off, transponder to standby, Squawk 2000. Yes, before shutdown checklist, parking brake is set as of now because the chokes are not set yet. So shutdown checklist complete. We have arrived at Keflavik. Thank you for watching and have a very good day.